Hello and welcome, my party thugs. How you guys doing today? It's Chris here, and we're playing some more BLoons Monkey City. We're just about done. We got this little blackness area to discover. It's gonna take a little while. I don't know. We're probably gonna go like two this way, maybe two this way. I'm gonna actually start going diagonal though. So hopefully we can get even more darkness discovered pretty soon. Now this is a pretty tough tile though. Check this guy out, man. I call this one the stag beetle tile. It obviously looks like a stag beetle somehow with weird little eyes right here and a weird little antenna-looking thing. I don't know what that is, but maybe his head is. I don't know, maybe that's his body, and his body, he's a super fat guy, super fat, just imagine going down all the way around, trying to circle down there. Alright, so let's put this on non-stop mode. Of course, we're getting a monkey village. We're going to start off with our little ninja buddy over here. Whenever they're favored, you gotta go for him. And then I'm actually going to go for a cannon, I think. I always have problems with lead balloons on this level. I don't know why, I just do. Lead balloons are evil. Plus, I don't know. I guess I want to save up for a 4th tier ninja, but I always want to get ninjas on both sides, and it's just you can't win. You can't do both, Chris. You absolutely can't do both, which is obviously kind of sad. So I actually wanted to start off talking about how not that we're not almost done with BLoons Monkey City, Octopus in the Dark over in this quadrant, but how we actually have almost all of the upgrades done. So that was really, really exciting to me. So I just noticed, I'm like, wow, wait, what can I upgrade? I literally have all of the money. I had 400 and something odd $1,000. I'm like, let's spend these things. I need to get rid of this money. I can't even get it from my farms anymore. So I was like, all right, let's buy this, let's buy that, let's buy some of this, buy everything that I can. And I realized pretty quickly, I'm like, wow, what am I supposed to buy? There was when you first start the game, obviously, it's just overwhelming. There's banana farms, and then the banks have ridiculous upgrades, and then every single tower needs to be upgraded 8 times. For the not 8 times. You get 2 upgrades already, so I guess you only. How many upgrades do you get? No, I guess 8 times, right? You need to get every single upgrade unlocked, I think. Yeah, I think so. So every single tower 8 times, so it's like, wow, this is really, really overwhelming. There's just so much darn stuff to do all at once. And then now I looked and I'm like, oh wait, all my windmills are upgraded, all my water mills are upgraded, most of my banks are upgraded and stuff like that. And I pretty quickly realized that I almost can't buy anything at this point. So here we go, we need to get more of this stuff. I'm going to go for a 2 first. Hopefully this guy can reach this guy. Come on, little buddies. Reach him. Get it. Yes, distraction. Once you get a full distraction on those guys, the things are going to get pretty simple after that. Alright, so I still want to get probably 1 Moab Mauler over here, and I think I want to get like a 4th tier cannon as well. Now this was just a regular Oh My God tile, if I remember correctly. I think it was just a regular Oh My God tile. Maybe a regrow Oh My God. What was it, a regrow Oh My God? I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It was some sort of Oh My God tile, I think, and hopefully I can take it down. I'm just thinking here, guys. Do I need to get an Arctic Wind with a 2-3 monkey village? Maybe I'll save the money for that, just in case, Sometimes it's not that bad to do that, just in case purposes. So I was actually a bit amazed that I was almost done with BLoons Monkey City. Now I have to understand that some people beat this game within a couple months, and I was like, whoa, you are a crazy son of a gun. How the heck did you do that? Some people literally got every single tile in the game. What? Are you kidding me? How could you possibly do that? Now, first of all, I would get bored doing that. I'm not like super duper bored of BLoons Monkey City or anything like that, but if I had to play for that much longer, I would get really bored, especially in the time frame of a couple months, I was actually quite amazed at how crazy some people are when they really, really want to complete a game. I kind of get it though, I'll be honest. I kind of understand that, like, if you're the first person to ever do something, that is pretty cool. If you're the first person to ever beat a game 100% through, I used to do that. I used to be one of those people that I didn't like to just beat a game. I like to beat a game 100%. That was my goal. If I'm going to beat a game, I'm going to beat it 100%. A lot of those like Crash Bandicoots and Spyros and all those things where you needed to get like there was like the gem and the crystal and the trophies. Crash Bandicoot CTR. I needed to get every single thing in every single place, and I beat it 100%. I did. I was actually quite proud of myself after I did that kind of thing. Spyro is another one of those games. It was actually kind of funny. Spyro, I think. I actually didn't start off playing the first one. I started playing Ripto's Rage, and then I went to Year of the Dragon, and then I went back and I played Spyro 1 because I liked both of those so much. And then I realized, I'm like, wow, dude, I like to beat these games 100% so bad. I don't even know why I like Spyro so much. It was just a really, really fun game. Honestly, I wouldn't mind going and playing another Spyro right now. If they came out with a new Spyro, I don't even know if they do come out with new Spyro still. Do they? I know they came out with a bunch for like the DS and stuff like that. But I haven't played any like new like console version ones. So we get a bunch of money here, guys. Let's spend it all. All of it. But no, I haven't seen any of those new Spyros on like Wii U or anything. And I would buy one. I would definitely buy one for the Wii U if it existed. I would love to do that. I think my girlfriend would like to play it too, which is actually pretty exciting. Because I find it difficult to find games that she actually enjoys. Like every once in a while, we'll find a game where she'll like be like, oh, this game's okay, this game's all right. But finding games where she actually enjoys it and we actually can have fun playing multiplayer together is kind of difficult to do. So it's fun when you can finally find one. Alright, so here we go. We got another Moab Mall. I think I'm going to go for, 4 on each side. Seems like that's how many are going to fit pretty easily. So that's what we're going to go for. So anyways, yeah, there was actually, in Ripto's Rage, I remember, I got 100% on every single level. And this was before the internet existed. It existed. This is before a lot of the things existed on the internet. And or I didn't have the internet when I was a kid. Yeah, I know, it's kind of surprising. The internet didn't exist at some point. Yes, actually, in my lifetime, I did not have the internet for most of my life. Yeah, not just some of my life. Most of my life, I did not have the internet. From ages about 0 to 17, I did not have the internet. At least at my house. It's not that it didn't exist or I couldn't go to it, but I didn't have it at my house. At school, I could go and get it if I really, really wanted to, but obviously in school, they have all those random things that don't let you play games and stuff, so that was kind of sad. So, where was I going with this stuff? Where was I going, guys? I don't even know at this point. Alright, so yeah, anyways, Inspired, I was almost 100% done with the game, then I went to this one level, and I was like, I can't find the last, rupee. It was like, I was missing, 75 or something like that, and I'm like, where the heck could it possibly be? So I searched this thing for hours, everywhere, and they tell you which level you don't have 100% on. It's kind of the fun thing, I guess. And I searched this level for hours, and I'm like, I was just getting ready to give up. I was getting angry at this game that they could possibly do this to me, that they could make it so darn evil. And then I get to the very tippity top of the tower, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to kill myself. I'm just going to jump off the side and just like, meh, fly away. So I got to the tippity top of this weird tower area, and I was like trying to fly to all these, oh crap, oh crap, oh god, we lost. Oops. Well, we're going to continue. I'm going to get some more balloon popping power. Let's go for... let's just get the Arctic Wind. There's nothing wrong with it. There's the Arctic Wind. We got the 4th tier cannon next to it, so I'm feeling pretty good. We'll get this 2-3 Monkey Village as well. Whatevs, man. Whatevs. I had a bunch of money, too. I should have just spent it. Honestly, I was trying to get a Blade Maelstrom really, really quickly at the end, and then I sadly realized that I couldn't get it. And somehow, magically, I went around this little tiny crevasse type area, and I landed on this random hidden box. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. This is where it was the entire time. I was like, how the heck did I even find this in the first place? That was the most hidden spot that I've ever seen in my entire life. It was absolutely hidden. Like crazy. And I somehow found it. And I was very proud of myself. And that is how I beat Spyro Ripto's Rage 100%. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? Yeah. So actually, I heard a bunch of pounding. I'm like, oh my god, what the heck's going on? And I realized that I gave my dog this weird, meaty knuckle bone thingamabob, and she's carrying it around and probably dropping it in places and stuff. Probably making dirty bone juice go everywhere. So let's get a couple more ninjas. Now, I'm kind of believing that this wasn't a Zomogatl now. I'm almost positive that it wasn't a Zomogatl, based on how difficult it was. But I still haven't seen that many grouped BFBs or grouped MOABs or anything, so I don't know, man, maybe it is. Maybe just a couple Zomogods have been coming out at the same time and just somehow piling up on top of each other and becoming evil against me? Yes. Plus, I'll be honest, I didn't have all that much balloon popping power. I had one 4th tier cannon and a couple ninjas. That's not enough to stop all of the evil balloons over there. All these evil guys out in the wilderness out there and all that stuff. So actually, one thing that I want to do, actually it's kind of funny, one thing that I really, really want to do in my life is go to a really, really big / nice national park. I've never been to a big national park. I've been to a couple small national parks. And you know what, I have actually been I've been pretty amazed by some of them. I've been like, wow, these are actually really cool. The trails and stuff, and the hillsides and the trees and the blah 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 blah. There's a lot of cool places. I really like the waterfalls. I've never actually been to like a waterfall, and I didn't know waterfalls like could exist. I don't know why. I just feel like waterfalls shouldn't exist. Like, how the heck can you have water non-stoppedly going down this thing and falling down this place on top of something? It's like, where's all the water come from? You know, it's kind of ridiculous to think about. So I just feel like waterfalls shouldn't exist, especially around where I live. You know, I live near Illinois. I went to Indiana to see the waterfall, by the way. It wasn't a big waterfall, but it was pretty, I don't know, it was a pretty medium-sized waterfall, I guess. You know, there's water coming down at all times. I don't know, I can't really say, like, gallons of water, but I would say maybe, like, a gallon per couple seconds, maybe per minute, if we had to be ridiculous. No, it had to be way more than a gallon per minute. But I really felt like these. Oh man, so we gotta go this way for sure now. Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. Let's go this way. Let's do the camo Moab tile, baby. Oh yeah. Pound this guy. It's gonna be pretty easy. Camo grouped Moab. Let's remember that. Camo grouped Moab. Camo grouped Moab. Got it. It's in my brain. So let's do a spike factory start. I haven't done that in a long time. Let's do that. Let's get a monkey village. Still gonna do a ninja. I still like the ninja so darn much. Put him up here. 3-1 and. I got 2 free dart monkeys. Let's actually use them today. I might go for 2 3 dart monkeys. There's nothing wrong with them. I just didn't tend not to use them all that much. I usually think the ninjas do so much better, so why not use them? But yeah, I really want to go to, like, I don't know, maybe like Yellowstone National Park or something like that. I don't want to go anywhere like really hot. I don't know if there's that many national parks that are all that hot. I think it'd be fun to see like those geysers. Honestly, I don't know what. I think Yellowstone has the geysers, or is it Yosemite? I think Yosemite might have the geysers. I don't really know all that much about these places because I've never been to these places. But I think it'd be really fun to go there. Actually, it's kind of funny. My brother really wants to go to one of these places, and he wants to like actually not just like go camping, but like leave him with a knife, leave him with a bottle of water, and boom, he's gone. He's got to find his way back to, you know, civilization, like Bear Grylls style. And I'm like, that sounds kind of fun, but also I'm not sure you could survive. I don't know if you'd survive, and even if you did, would it be worth it? You know, you might have to like kill animals and stuff like that. I mean, like that stuff, that's fine. If you need to kill animals to survive, oh, I got no lead popping power. Oh my god. Well, this sucks. All right. So let's pineapple these bad boys. Pineapple, pineapple, pineapple. Oh, that's actually a big chunk of leads. Oh man, this just didn't turn out at all. This just didn't turn out at all. Yeah. Alright, so we managed to do it, but I just pineapple too late, and the problem was you're probably thinking, wow, Chris, that was such a late pineapple action. I actually didn't have enough money for a pineapple when the leads were over here, so I had to wait until they popped some of the random balloons that were coming out while the leads snuck by, and then it gave me enough money to get my stupid guys. So, obviously, oh my goodness, are you kidding me right now? Alright, we got the lead guy. I guess I can get this thing too. Come on, little buddies. Come on, little buddies. You can do it. You can take him down. Gamble leads are kind of evil, when they, especially when they come out in such an early round, round 6 or whatnot. That's another fun thing about BLoons Monkey City, though, is you don't know what the heck is coming out. I would actually kind of like it if it was slightly more random, slash if there wasn't one overpowered tower that could beat everything. All the balloons, all the ceramics, and all of the Moabs, which is, of course, the 4-2 Ninja. He's too darn powerful. At this point, you really can't nerf him all that much, though. I mean, it's kind of like game over. They just kind of gave up on BLoons Monkey City. It's like, bam, people still enjoy it every once in a while. It's still kind of a fun game to play, but we're not going to be updating it all that much anymore. You know, we'll get the contested territory flowing out. Get the random balloon meltdowns happening and stuff like that. They're kind of just like the random fun things that the events, kind of. The events still happen, but I think they just have those kind of on autopilot. They don't like specifically say, we're gonna do this, this, and this on this day, and we're gonna do this on this day, and blah 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 blah. No, they're just like, ah, whatever, man. Just autopilot that crap. Autopilot that crap. This day will be that. This day will be that. Got it all set up. So anyways, I think we're gonna go for this Spectre. This is a grouped Moab tile, which means the balloons are gonna be kind of problematic later on. So I think one of the best ways to deal with those guys is with the Spectre. It's not going to be Group BFB either, so not going to be crazy amounts of balloons or anything like that, but a reasonable amount. So $13,000 for the Spectre over here is not bad at all. I think I can make it. So I feel like I have a lot of experience with camping. I've been camping 8, times in my life, 9 times in my life, pretty much once every year, and I feel like I haven't died yet. Haven't done anything too crazy. I think the worst thing that ever happened to me camping, no, you know, I got cut quite a few times. It's kind of weird. I almost always get cut on camping, and it's usually because we always forget to bring a can opener. And then I'm stuck opening the can without any utensil, without anything. It's like, how am I supposed to do this, guys? Well, just use my beefy, meaty Chris hands over here to somehow open it. Bash it on a rock or whatever. It's usually not one of the most important things ever, but it's always like, do we have a can opener? And then it's just, no. No, we don't. We forgot. We forgot the can opener. Because we always almost only get like 1 can, maybe 2 cans of things. We almost never go like, oh man, we're going to eat canned corn, and canned beans, and canned this, and canned that. No, mostly everything's pretty fresh, for the most part. Or it's packaged, I guess. And sadly, we almost always forget. I think this year I might end up remembering. So we bought a can opener, an official can opener that I've been bringing to almost every single camping trip so far. So let's see if we can make that happen again. I don't know. So here we go. Spectre time, baby. Yep. So we got no camo detection. That's what I just realized. That's why all those camo balloons were so crazy everywhere. I was like, what's going on, man? Why is there so many camo balloons? And I pretty quickly realized it's obviously the lack of camo detection. I'm a Spectre over here. Alright, so what are we going to do? Yeah, I think we're good for a while. I'm looking for like 1 or 2 Moab Maulers. You know, let's get those dart monkeys that I was telling you guys about. Pretty cheap. Get 1 Moab Mauler. I also want to get my Monkey Village upgraded. Let's get that guy upgraded pretty high. 2-1. I don't think I need a 2-2. Just 2-1. It's good for me. Don't want to waste the extra $2,000 on camo detection when you don't need it. And I got more than enough camo detection with this guy alone, plus my ninja, plus that guy. I mean, it's just, we got enough. So honestly, if I was in the situation where I got lost in the wilderness, would I be able to survive? If I had a knife, I had some sort of bottle to like get water in, or like I don't know, I might be able to. And like, depends how long, you know, that's always the question, is how long do you have to survive? A week? Could probably make it. 2 weeks, maybe. 3 weeks, I don't know. If I was lost in the wilderness for like a year plus, that's the thing though, I feel like, here's the thing, if you make it past the first few weeks, you learned how to do enough stuff where you're probably going to end up surviving. You've learned how to cook your water, you learned how to get fresh water or whatever, you learned how to catch enough food to survive, you've probably built a shelter by that point, so like, you know, I think it gets easier, you know, it's like, I guess the best way to be, like the survivability graph. It's kind of like, you know, at the very beginning, your survivability is obviously very high. You're not just going to randomly step on you're not going to get eaten by a mountain lion on the first 30 minutes you're there, usually, I would say. So I think it's kind of like a V graph, where it kind of like goes straight down, you know, not straight down, but like, kind of like a wide V, where it goes down and down and down and down and down, down to like 20% or something like that. And then it starts to go up, like after like maybe a month or something like that. So if you survive past a month, it's probably going to start going up, because you know what? I know it sounds kind of stupid, or maybe just flatline almost. I was gonna kind of like go up. Like if you actually get past that point, you have a really good chance of surviving. You know, I mean, probably it doesn't even matter how long it is. It might even go on forever, until eventually, I guess, eventually you're gonna die of something. You know, even 20, 30 years later, man. If I'm stuck in the wilderness for 20, 30 years, I'm not brushing my teeth, I'm not doing things that I probably should be doing, and I probably will end up dying of some sort of disease, probably. I think diseases usually kill people. A random cut is going to kill you when you're 70 years old, 60 years old, if you don't have, you know, medicine and stuff to take care of you. So yeah, I don't know why I'm even talking about this right now. You know, if I was like on Castaway, would I be able to do what Tom Hanks did? And that is a good question. I honestly cannot give you a solid answer. I would say probably not. Personally, you know, like I want to think that I can. I want to say that, like, yeah, absolutely, guys. I am a survivor, and I would be able to do everything that Tom Hanks did. I just don't know. I don't know if I'd be able to do all that stuff. Would I be able to knock my own tooth out because I have a toothache? Holy crap, dude. That would be so darn terrible. Just pass out from the pain? I don't know. Horrible. Horrible. Knock it out with a freaking rock? Yeah, I know. It just sounds absolutely ridiculous. People had to deal with that kind of stuff back in the day. Now, I don't know, man. Like, you gotta understand that probably was, like, already existing, sort of, and you're, like, eating... When we eat sugary, crappy, terrible foods for us these days, obviously that's what makes our teeth get all bad and horrible. Back in the day, they didn't have to deal with so much sugar and nonsensical stuff like that, so they probably didn't have to deal with that stuff quite as much. It was kind of in the days where toothbrushes didn't really exist all that much, and sugar started to become like common, where people could like eat as much sugar as they wanted. That's when things got really bad. You know, probably like the Old West is like a good time to understand how when people had probably like the worst teeth of them all. I still think like if you had a 60, 70-year-old guy, in a country without eating, like back in the day in like Roman times or whatnot, I don't know. You probably didn't have people having. You probably had people still having teeth at that point that didn't look all that horrible. So anyways, let's get a 4th tier cannon. This looks like it's going to be the very last thing, I think. Might be the last one we got to take down, baby. Oh yeah, we take it down and we are the champions. So we're just about done with this whole entire BLoons Monkey City side right here. I mean, it looks like I can already see most stuff. I cannot see these last few little baby tiles though. So if I go down like maybe one more tile this way, ooh, a DDT tile, that would be kind of fun. Ooh, a kind of tough DDT tile too. Kind of a fun one to do. Maybe, just maybe I'll have to do 2 though, I'm not sure. And then after that, dude, we're done with this entire section. That's kind of cool. That's absolutely cool. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you press the like button for me. Obviously, I appreciate that a bunch. And have a super duper delicious day.